The Second Liberian Civil War erupted in 1999, but to understand why, we need to go back to 1997. After 7 years of brutal conflict, Liberia was in ruins. The people faced an impossible choice in the presidential election. On one side, traditional politicians promising normalcy. On the other, Charles Taylor, the very warlord who had started the first civil war. His campaign slogan was chilling. He killed my ma, he killed my PA, but I will vote for him. It wasn't celebration, it was surrender. Taylor won by a landslide. The message was clear: vote for me or the war continues. Charles Taylor, the man who brought destruction, was now President Charles Taylor. Instead of rebuilding, Taylor ran Liberia like his personal business. The National Treasury became his ATM. His most notorious scheme involved Sierra Leone's blood diamonds, precious stones mined in war zones to fund conflicts. Taylor became the middleman, supplying weapons to Sierra Leone's brutal RUF rebels in exchange for diamonds. Back home, life under Taylor was a nightmare. His anti-terrorist unit silenced critics through fear and intimidation. Journalists who wrote critical stories could expect visits from his personal enforcers. He ruled through fear, creating a climate where nobody felt safe. In 1999, a new rebel group emerged, Liberians United for Reconciliation and Democracy, or LUARD. Their version of reconciliation involved guns and rockets. Fighting began in remote Lofa County. Taylor's government initially dismissed LUARD as troublemakers, but they were gaining ground fast. They recruited fighters, many just children who saw no other future in a country that offered them nothing. By 2002, a second rebel group emerged in the southeast, the Movement for Democracy in Liberia, or MODEL, backed by Ivory Coast. Liberia was now divided 3 ways: Taylor clinging to Monrovia, LUARD controlling the north, MODEL carving out the south. For ordinary people, crossing between zones meant facing trigger-happy child soldiers at deadly checkpoints. The humanitarian crisis was catastrophic. Hospitals ran out of medicine, schools closed, and basic services collapsed completely. People were eating leaves and roots to survive. By 2003, about 250,000 had died across both Liberian wars. Nearly half of Liberia's population was displaced. The violence was everywhere: massacres, torture, systematic sexual violence used as weapons of war. By summer 2003, LUARD forces reached Monrovia's outskirts. The campaign was so intense, locals called it World War III in Liberia. Hundreds of thousands trapped in the city huddled in stadiums and abandoned buildings, praying for survival. Mortars rained